Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Unit number 4 arrays. 10th class we are studying over unit number 4 about arrays. In this unit, in our previous lecture, we had studied some of the information about arrays, in which we had studied about what is array. We studied its introduction. Then we studied filling and printing an array, in which we had studied some of the general syntax of the array. Then using read command and data command and input command, we have used how we can use an array. Students, while we're using simple data, we have to use the information that if we have to take inputs from user and user inputs 100 times different data, the software will be, the lines of program will be called too much lengthy. So we have used array instead of that simple variable because the array can contain multiple data at one location. Let's continue our lecture from where we have left in last lecture. Today we are going to study about dim statement. DIM. By default, DW Basic provides an array for string 10 elements from subscript 0 to 9. We have to use a dim statement to specify maximum subscript different. If subscript greater than the maximum specified is used, a subscript out of range error occurs. The maximum of dimensions for an array is 255. Dimension of an array is 255. Syntax: line number, dim subscripted variable 1 and subscripted variable 2 and so on. The keyword dim is a shortened form of the word dimension. There is no dim statement in the above program because the program handles less than 11 values. Dim is used to create memory variable. It specifies the maximum value for array variable subscript and allocates storage accordingly. When subscript variables are used in a program, certain information must be considered before applying. What are subscripts? Subscripts are the data or the locations in an array where data is stored. Name of subscript variable. Subscript variable used in a program, certain information must be considered before applying. Name of subscript variable. Size of subscript variable. We can define more than one array variable in one dim statement as mentioned in above syntax. Subscripted variable may be string or numeric. The following problem can find the largest number from the list of number which is given by the user. Dim num 100. Input how many numbers you want to enter. Max 100. Limit for I is equal to 1 to limit. Input enter any number. Num of I. Next I. Large is equal to num of I. For I is equal to 1 to limit. If large less than num I, then large is equal to num I. Next I. Print largest number of list is large and run. How many number do you want to enter? Max 100. 14. Enter any number. You have added 11 number and at the end largest number of list is 88. As you can see in this list, the largest number is 88. So this is the way how you can use a dim statement or how can use an array for solving a problem. Next is types of array. There are two types of array. One dimension, which is we are already utilizing. This is the one dimension array, simple. And the next is two dimension array. One dimension array is also known as linear array or a vector array. It consists of only one row or column. it can have only one row or one column. It also called 1D array. For example, a class of 5 students has taken marks in a subject and wants to find the average of marks of a subject. The following program can find the average of marks in a subject for the student of a class. The general syntax to declare one-dimensional array is line number, dim, array name, or variable of n, where array name or variable represents the name of array variable and represents the size of element. Example for I is equal to 1 to 5, read mark of I. Sum is sum plus mark I. Next I. Average is equal to sum divided by 5. For I is equal to 1 to 5. Print mark I. Next I. Print sum of marks of class in a subject is equal to sum. Print average of marks, average. Data this and run sum and average. So this is the example of simple one dimension array or linear array or 1D array. Next is two-dimensional. Two-dimensional array consists of rows and columns. It is also known as table or matrix. Two-dimensional array is also defined as array of one-dimensional arrays. Array of 1D arrays. Okay. The element of two-dimensional array is referenced by two index values. One index value represents the row and the second represents the column. An array that requires two subscripts to identify a particular element is also known as the double subscripted array. For example, if A is a two-dimensional array having 4 rows and 3 columns, its first element is A of 0, 0 and the last element is A of 3 and 2. The general syntax to declare two-dimensional array is line number dim, array variable, row, comma, column, where array variable represents the name of two-dimensional array, row represents the total number of rows of table, it is an unsigned number, and col represents the total number of columns of the table. For example, to declare A having 4 rows and 3 columns, the declaration statement is written as A of 3, 2. The total number of elements of the above table A are 4 multiplied 3 equal to 12. If you had remembered the matrix, how we define the matrix locations: row, column. At here it is 0, 0. At here it is 0, 1. Here it is 0, 2. Here it is 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2 and 3, 0, 3, 1 and 3, 2. This is the way how we define a matrix. And in same way we define the 2D array. The above table has 4 rows and 3 columns. It can be read and proceed in two-dimensional array. Next is filling and printing of two-dimensional array. Data is entered to individual elements of a two-dimensional array. To enter data, the element is referred by its index or subscript value. Similarly, data is retrieved from an array from individual elements of the array. Usually, nested loops are used to access elements of the two-dimensional array. The following example inputs data into two array and then prints out the sum of array on the computer screen in tabular form. Nested loop has been used to enter data into the elements of the table. We had studied on a previous topic in our previous unit about the nested loop. A loop inside another loop is called nested loop. That can be while and loop inside a if next, a for next, or a for next inside a while when loop. The outer loop has been used to change the index value of rows, and inner loop has been used to change the index value of columns. Similarly, method is used to print out data from the element of the array. Example: dim A22, B22, Z22. For R is equal to 1 to 2, for C is equal to 1 to 2. Read ARC, BRC. ZRC is equal to ARC plus B into RC. Print Z into RC. Next C. Print Next are data 8435, data 6455 and run 12, 8, 10 and 10. And next is array manipulation. The simplest definition of array manipulation is that the action you perform on array is called array manipulation. There are different operations can be performed by using array, like searching a particular element in an array, matching elements from two different arrays, sorting arrays, finding a largest and smallest number from an array, and rearranging the array. So the processes we use to perform on an array to get the required output is called array manipulation. With this, our today's lecture is winded up, as well as our unit number 4 is winded up. In our next lecture, we're going to study about subprogram and file handling. Do practice this code. I have told you GW Basic software is available on the internet. You can download it and use it to perform such kind of the programming. If you have any issue or question regarding to today's lecture or previous lecture, leave a question or a message in the group. I will answer you in the group. I will try to clear your concepts in the group. I will mail you in next lecture. Till that lecture, take care yourself. Allah Hafiz.